had that whole hullabaloo. What am I trying to say?
Hullabaloo.
I think so.
I think it's hullabaloo. This is not a word we say
so
in
too.
everyday lexicon.
So whatever Matt just said, the big hubbub, I just shorten it out, the big hubbub about what happened with his family and the Mavericks fans. So maybe he's coming in a little extra pissed off, but you would have to think that Phoenix has to bounce back only because they were so good in the regular season. I doubt they lost 3 games consecutively at all in the regular season, and now they're on the verge of losing tonight. I think Chris Paul again should have a big bounce back game. Devin Booker's been pretty all right this series. 35 points the last game, a ton of it at the line, 12 or 13 from the line. Ayton's been able to do pretty much whatever he wants. Jay Crowder going back home. Now we talk about some of those role players again that you just mentioned. Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder, Cam Johnson, Cam Payne, guys like that who can play better in Phoenix than they did in Dallas, hopefully for the Suns' sake. And then for the Suns, I don't know how much they can get away with Luka being he's not shooting well at all. 9-25 this game. The game before that, I'm sure he was poor as well. Now they're the 2 games that they've won, and I think because Luka's done a good job of setting up his teammates to go ballistic from 3, like Dorian Finney-Smith did last game, or even Davis Bertans, who was 4 or 6 from 3 himself. So I think he's done a good job of finding them open shots. But at the end of the day, I think Luka's going to need to give them a little bit more scoring wise. And I know he did that the first 2 games and they lost, but he still wasn't all that efficient in those games either. So I think there just has to be a balance there. And Luka's been fantastic, but I think for game 5, the Suns do eventually have to bounce back. They seem like they're too good of a team not to. And I think the Mavericks can come down back to earth a little bit. And I'd be scared if I'm the Mavericks of kind of playing on this borrowed time of Luka Doncic shooting 35% from the field.
Well, he did that, exactly what you said. First 2 games, he was explosive offensively. He's averaging 35-plus in those first 2 games. I don't know how efficient he's going to be when all eyes are on him when it comes to the Suns' defense. They're going to do everything they can, and they got some pretty good defenders to make his life very difficult. I don't expect him to have efficient nights when everyone on the Suns knows we can't let this guy beat us. But at the same time, what you said of the 2 games they just won where he didn't shoot as well, didn't score as much, but his teammates did, so his assists shot up. And they were able to spread it out and get much more points for everyone else, not named Luka, and look how much more effective it was. So it's what we had talked about with Kevin Durant in the opening series with the Celtics, where you found out how much better his team does when Kevin Durant isn't focused on dropping 40 points, is more focused on getting near double-digit assists to get his teammates involved. Now, Luka needs his guys to do it. They need to not be the all-scrubs that they were in Game 1 and Game 2. They need to play with the confidence that they played with in Games 3 and Game 4, and it's going to make Luka's life a lot easier. But on the other side of the ball, same thing with the Suns. You're talking about DeAndre Ayton can do what he wants. Why did he only want to have 14 points in Game 4? He had 14 and 11. It's a double, but DeAndre Ayton should have 25 and 11. There should be 11 more points there when you have no one on the Mavs side who can defend what he can do in the paint, and it's all Booker in Game 4 with no one else really helping.
Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on a